wants to
make it a whole family business.
Yeah, she wants to make a living for everyone that she loves.
It's honorable.
And I think that's so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also think at the same time as I'm focusing on that, I can also start working at some of these nonprofit places and just like volunteering some time here and there. I love doing that. And I feel like I just haven't done that in a really long time. And I would love to go into the marketing direction. Because you can do that for any company. It's just having the experience.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if I am to grow, if I really do help her grow her business, how crazy would that be to be like, my first marketing job was to help my friend grow her business. I grew it this much. And say you do that for 2 years, you have 2 years of marketing experience versus someone who's fresh out of school who has zero marketing experience. So, and if I've learned anything in recruiting, it doesn't fucking matter what you went to school for unless you're directly getting a job right afterwards, which is really hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like mechanical engineers and drafters and AutoCAD people that do not get jobs for the first 5 years of their fucking working life. That's crazy to me. And then even then you're paid shit because then you have to accept a job so that you don't lose your license and you don't get out of touch with the drafting world because that changes all the time.
Yeah.
So it's very
yeah, then the whole
crazy.
Internship thing blows my mind.
And I'm not knocking anyone, by the way, for going to school. Go to school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the education. If you want that, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, I applaud anyone that goes to school. I just don't have the patience for it. So I figure if I can build my marketing, my photoshopping skills, and my Instagram, social media skills, all of that shit, and make it into one job, I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
It's just one of those crazy things that I really want to try to do.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean,
I'm really nervous.
It's
I'm going to be poor.
It's so scary to... You know what? We always make it work.
Like, I always joke that I'm poor now. I'm not. I do really well.
Yeah, we're filthy rich right now, but...
But, like, it's going to be to the point where if you don't work a day, we're fucked.
We're not
eating. Something's being snipped that day. I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
But that's the whole purpose of me organizing our business, too, is that I just... cross-board organization.
Yeah, I like that.
So we'll see.
I'm trying to organize my life right now, work-wise. It's hard to juggle all these different things that are in the air, and I see why people focus just on like one aspect. Like,
well,
yeah, like I'm an accountant. That's all I do. I'm an accountant and stuff, and I'm so fucking creative minded. I'm like, I want to make music and I want to build stuff on the side while I do cabinetry, and also I'm doing plumbing over here, and also someone offered me to rake leaves. I think I'd like that because I'm outside. It's like, Jesus Christ, Marty, get your shit together and focus.
It's so hard though, because part of me loves that idea of doing a job that I go in every day, it's the same. And that's part of me is also why I'm going to really dabble in possibly getting that cleaning job.
Oh my God.
The steam cleaner place down the street. It's like it's a massive dry cleaner place, and so much steam comes out of it, and it looks like it's so much fun. Everything probably smells so clean.
I just imagine you walking there, and it's that scene from Willy Wonka, and he's like
I literally
shooting foam out.
I literally just shivered right now because I thought about how clean the end part of that whole job is.
Oh my God.
And it makes me so happy. I would be like the best. And then your skin probably looks amazing because everything's all steamy in there.
I wonder how much weird shit they see, like just like,
oh, for sure,
like sheets with blood on them, like shaped like a person. Mm-hmm. They're like, can you get the blood out? And like, huh? Yeah.
Especially in Spokane. There's been 17 homicides this year.
There's been 17 homicides in the last 17 minutes here.
No, it's like, or actually, after this last weekend, I think it's 19.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the highest record. So we broke that record. We also broke the snowiest October.
Yeah, we got
like 8 inches of snow. Mount Spokane got 8 inches.
When did it snow?
Friday.
Last Friday? Mm-hmm. What was that?
It's Wednesday. and it's
what was it, the
all melted.
24th or something like that? Something like that. I can't do math, so I don't even know what day it is, honestly. But
it's the 29th tomorrow, I know that.
They say that usually they get their first snow around Halloween, but never this much and never this cold. Nor it's like, oh, we get a little dusting and then it goes back to being 65, 70 or whatever.
I have a feeling this winter is going to be really hard.
I have a feeling too. Someone said like the last time we got snow this early, it dumped like 7 feet in January or whatever. I was like, oh, neat. We're gonna die.
I just hope it falls on like a Monday and Tuesday. Well, might not even be working at that point, so
it's all good. And there's plenty of squirrel around here, so we'll have plenty to eat.
They're really fat right now, the squirrels.
They are. Someone sitting down, you look like a little like furry Chris Farley. Like his belly was hanging out. I was like, Jesus, just like sitting there with his little paws resting on his tummy. You got fat for winter.
There was one in the snow on Friday. It was so cute. He was trying to find his nut, and he popped up from the snow, and there's like a little cap of snow on his head. And he was just like staring around.
Cute.
I was like, I'm going to fucking run out there and murder you. You can't run that fast. There's snow.
I think one thought I was going to give him food a couple weeks ago. I went to my truck, and he was carrying what was like a piece of fruit or a nut or something.
Yeah.
And like he hopped over, and then he looked at me, and he turned around, and he's all, choo. And I was like,
do you have food for me too?
Yeah, I was like, made little noises and like put my fingers together. You like rubbed him like this for whatever reason. The universal language for come here, little baby. And he like walked towards me. He's like, and then he looked at my hand and then ran away. Like, you don't have shit.
Fuck you. You ain't gonna give me nothing.
Because that's the thing. People feed squirrels here like crazy.
Yeah. Oh, we got to take a picture of those squirrels down the street.
Oh yeah,
the statues.
The statue squirrels.
Yeah, they got squirrel statues.
I bet they're dressed differently now. Last time we saw them.
I hope so. They were just like Charlie Brown, though. They might just have that as their Halloween costume.
She said they do the. Oh yeah, it's true.
And then Christmas.
Then it's gonna be a whole different ball game.
And I think they actually have an outfit for Thanksgiving. They're like little turkeys.
Little pilgrims and Indians.
Oh my god, I would die.
One chipmunk's holding a hatchet. The other one's holding a rifle and shoots the other one.
The one that's holding the hatchet should have like a little tuft of hair. Like he scalped another squirrel.
It's still attached to the pilgrim hat. Like,
see, that's what I would do if I ever moved into a house and someone had like statues like that. I would 100% just fuck those up. Like, there would be no way I couldn't not have like some stupid scenery.
I would put
I'm not mad about it. Fran and Jordan are mad about it.
I want like really rare Greek statues in our house, and then I put Cosby sweaters on them.
Why?
But they're still like their shit's like still dangling.
And this is why we'll never be rich.
What are you talking about? People love that. I'll buy expensive sweaters.
Oh my god.
You know the reason why those Greek statues had small penises was at the time it was like a sign of opulence. Like if you had it was kind of disgusting to have a giant schlong. So it was almost like a lot of the paintings in certain eras, like they made people chubbier than they actually were, because if you were chubbier, you were more wealthy. So a sign of having a small penis was like you're more prudent or more you're less vulgar, I guess. If you had a big old schlong.
I want to go back to those times though where they think being fat is glorious.
And then before the fall of
everyone in the Midwest would be considered royalty.
Yeah. Speaking of royalty, did you listen to any of Kanye West on Joe Rogan?
I have not.
It is very interesting. Definitely.
How's he doing?
He's all right. Definitely a crazy, creative person. He sounds just like me when I was about 14, maybe 13.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I sounded just like that. I had like every possibility, and I was very ambitious about it. And people were like, "You sound manic," And so I don't think he's as crazy as we think. He's definitely a little.
Well, I think
crazy.
he's just too creative for what he thinks he can do.
That's definitely possible.
You know what I mean? Like where I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I recommend listening to it. I was like, well, I'm not going to talk shit on him until I listen to him for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I listened to it. And
it's true.
It was interesting.
Do you have any shit to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a piece of shit, and he thinks he's a genius. I mean, other than that, I think he's a great person.
I think I want a beer, maybe.
You want some of my whiskey?
No.
You want me to get you a beer?
No. I don't know what I want. I have no preference. Anything.
Wow. I think you need me to boss you around a little bit.
What? How do you get that out of that?
Because that's what I hear.
Do you want me to start calling you daddy for real?
Is as an alpha male.
Do you want me to be like, oh, daddy?
What I'm hearing right now.
School me, daddy.
Is I'm the bull, and one of my calf is lost and looking for guidance.
I'm not your calf.
And so
I'm another fucking. I'm a heifer.
Yeah, but I just look at you like another breeding option, you know. And I'm gonna nudge you with my horns and be like, "Get the fuck back in the herd." And then you're like, "I feel so happy now. I was lost before in the fields. I was scared." And like, get back in the pack, whore.
Why? Oh, you guys, this is why.
This is why I'm hot. This is why
I'm crazy.
Crazy because you is because I'm not.
Can I have a taste of your whiskey? Maybe I do want it.
It's nice and watered down at this point.
Oh,
what's that?
That painting?
Yeah, is that Da Vinci?
I think so.
Where God touches Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Adam? Gives him the fucking finger of life or something.
You know what it is?
What is it?
It's eggnog season.
You are correct. Can I make my own this year? You want to have some homemade?
I want to make this bread. It's like it's a dessert bread.
Okay.
But you make it with eggnog.
Ooh. That sounds yum.
Right?
Ugh.
Good job, babe.
Maybe we should park closer.
I know.
But the phasing would get weird.
Oh, the phasing. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, no one talked about it. I know young Jamie from Joe Rogan. I know he knows. So they got a bigger table because I think it felt weird or something for them to be that close. But the first thing I noticed is because their mics were a lot closer, like a full, like 10 inches, 12 inches closer, there was phasing going on. And I understand they just
I can imagine. They
set up the studio in a week and then they just like hit record and let's go. But there was definitely phasing issues the first fucking like 7 episodes, and I was like, what? Does he hear that? Because you would hear certain frequencies in their voice, all of a sudden it would sound like that, and then, you know, like it cuts in and out.
Yeah.
And that's because
that's why it does that?
Yeah, I mean, like there's proximity of the microphone, but if I start talking really loudly, that mic picks up my voice at the delay of how far we are.
Fair.
But there's a phasing issue because wavelengths are going up and down like this.
Yeah.
So if it's picking up those wavelengths at a delay and they interfere with each other, where those waves are now a peak is a low for the other one and a peak is a low for the other one, so they're kind of cross phasing. So they'll cancel certain frequencies out, and that's what noise canceling headphones.
Yeah.
That's why there's a difference between noise isolating. That means it's just literally blocking out noise by being more shoved into your ear hole.
Yeah.
And noise canceling is actually adding frequencies. Has a little microphone. It's picking up the sound around you, canceling those frequencies out with other frequencies.
That's weird.
Fucking science.
Hell yeah. This has been Nerd Talk with Mark.